Oh boy, another album review coming up straight at ya. This one is very special because this is such an important and screaming loud release that you either can't fully describe what you feel about it or you won't just have enough time, but I'll give it a try in this video. Why Mike HADREAS, aka Perfume Genius, is such a great once-in-a-generation talent. Perhaps since his bedroom confessions on learning to this new album No Shape out via Matador this last Friday, 5th of May, he's striking a legendary sort of music persona. He's leaving you breathless either from pain or excitement or love or sadness and despair. He sings about depression, abuse, suicide, homophobia, all the fragile and painful. And now he celebrates love, sex, originality, breaking free, being yourself, standing up against the world, and basically loving life, no matter how shitty it can get around you. He does all that with this intelligent, radical intimacy and rawness, his unique, incredible voice, and this beautiful, diverse, well-made production on all of the latest music. This new album is no exception. It's a strong artistic growth point and a great soundbook on Mike's current personal state. I assume that the title of the album, No Shape, comes from all the different musical angles of this release. It's much more varied than any of Mike's previous releases. Instead of just bedroom ballads and glam rock-inspired power, we have pop, soul, goth added to the mix. It's his loudest, most opulent, most dynamic, and fullest albums to date. Yet it still sometimes get to all well-discovered patterns of previous to BRAID and still experiments within itself, not going full pop or full R&B. Instead trying artistic, rock, and modern underground. For some listeners it could get confusing as it doesn't really get to interconnected, more like a collection of songs with different mood sets, all put in the tracklist to create some sort of story. And the story of No Shape probably goes from celebrating a bright, queer, extremely beautiful, non-stop party to the deep night cuts of walking home in the city streets and ending up in your lover's bed, pillow talking. It is an artistic turn as well, as the intro track would suggest it, musically and by its title, Other Side. It first tricks the listener with this delicate, quiet piano melody, a lot like I Decline from Too Bright, then quickly bursts and explodes in million ecstatic, sparkling sounds. Something you probably could catch on M83's Hurry Up We're Dreaming album. It's a short intro track and the explosion repeats just one more time, yet you'll be tricked once again by Mike and the team in the next track. It fully immerses you into the world of this record and captures your dreams and fairy tales, longing, consciousness. And it perfectly transitions into the main single of this album, Slip Away. Track so euphoric, loud, freedom-led. Track about loving someone and being loyal to someone against all odds. With all the clattering tribal rhythms, textured arrangements, unexpected chord progressions, and intense, passionate vocal performance, declaring to not look back. This is arguably one of the best Perfume Genius' tracks, and one of the best tracks of the year so far. These two tracks perfectly present this artistic shift Perfume Genius has. Instead of this bruised, thoughtful, shy singer persona, we have confident, established music artist and a strong voice for queer justice. He shines like a diamond and the light is very bright. After the swooning just like love, we have the bold and the scandalous go ahead. With a simple drum beat, crisp vocals, changing percussion, and triumph on full speed, definitely not looking back. Walking with pride and even seductively playing with the haters on the lines like, if you need, you can even say a little prayer for me. The tone of the album is indeed much more optimistic and very strong, but it doesn't necessarily leave the gloominess of life existence behind. More like trying to get it all together and live with it. Like on the track Valley, where the lyrics ask, how long do we have to live right before we don't even have to try? The centerpiece of the album, beautiful track WREATH, probably future single material, at some points of it sounds like something that Florence Welsh could sing, like an anthem and gallop for the stage for thousands of people at some sort of stadium or at a huge festival. It's a glistening pop rock with bursting, spinning sounds covered in truth, beauty, search, and some familiar eerie veils lines like "I see a wreath upon the grave." Perfume Genius is of course very famous for his ballads, and on No Shape, they're one of his greatest presented. Every Night is much more stripped back, and early albums reminiscent pause for breath. Perhaps the moment when, as in the story of the album, you just step out of the party and you staring at the moonlight skies and enjoying life. And then the amazing track Choir, luring you deeper into the darkness with its ominous string sections and very interestingly presented vocal delivery. Same vibes on one of the most beautiful tracks on the album, R&B influenced Die For You, where the clear references to be willing to be strangled by your lover turn to comments about devotion and commitment, where the vocal performance, the trip-hop drum beats, the distorted back vocals, everything feels minimalist, quite weird, beautiful, and very erotic. The guitar tones and presence of Way's blood are magical and celebratory, and the elegant beauty of this Kate Bush-inspired Braid track is breathtaking. Run Me Through turns to more atmospheric and widely spread. It's a soulful, electrified, jazzy cabaret doom with some strong sexual demands and style like Wear Me Like a Leather. It's a perfect track for the second part of an album like this one, because it goes much more theatrical by the end of it, before ending on a much more personal, sentimental note with heartbreaking, beautiful love ballad Ellen. Mike draws you into his world, showing his emotions shamelessly, yet hiding it behind the mystic, dreamy, and at the same time quite nightmarish music. Sonically, No Shape leads to escapism and running for freedom feeling. And hearing talking about loving someone deeply and unconditionally, having sex with someone who you really love and passionate about, it brings those emotions even stronger. Because it's probably one of the healthiest analogs to feel this particular freedom, after all, to a lot of people's surprise. And the surprised how weird line actually ends this album. It's a great, glamorous, mysterious, experimental art pop release, full of warmth, technicolor sounds, vibrant and filled with light for the darkness feel. Huge props to Blake Mills for such stunning production on this album. All the accurately placed guitar riffs and keyboards. Rob Moose delivers phenomenal string arrangements, here increasing the fairy tale vibe. It all perfectly accompanies the trembling, sighing, moaning and bending of Mike's enchanting voice. It is so amazing to see him at where he is now, both personally and artistically. These are our thoughts on brand new Force Studio album No Shape by Perfume Genius. In the comments down below, let us know what do you think about this release. What are your favorite tracks? Also, don't forget to like and to share this video, as well as to subscribe to our channel to see more reviews and more music related videos to come. Let the love take you to all the greatest heights and let yourself shine without looking back from those ones who think you shouldn't. That's it for now. Peace out.